Hi. Okay. So there's been a lot that has changed since my last video a month or two ago. But any of you guys that follow me, you know that I just kind of I wing it. My videos aren't like fun graphics here or there or anything spectacular. They're just like the honest truth and real talks. So let me update you on where I'm at with my LuLaRoe. Basically, I am done selling LuLaRoe. I dedicated 3 weeks in the beginning of April, in the March, beginning of April, to get rid of all of my inventory, and I was successful at doing that, and now I'm just finishing up doing the book work. To finish all that for taxes next year so I don't have to ever look at LuLaRoe or touch it again. So let me tell you why I decided to stop being a LuLaRoe fashion consultant. Basically, I wasn't meeting my two top reasons why I started selling. So LuLaRoe's big on your why. Why do you want to do this? What about LuLaRoe makes you feel better about yourself? My whys have always been different, I feel like, compared to 80% of the other consultants. Most consultants say that they find themselves when they sell LuLaRoe. They didn't have anything for themselves before they started to make them feel successful. Well, that's not my case. I didn't have depression. I didn't have anxiety. I don't have any of that. I'm educated. I'm an RN. But my number one reason why was to be able to stay home with my kid and soon to be kids. In the next 6 to 8 weeks, I'll have another little baby. So that's my number one reason why, to stay home with my kids. And number two was to help out financially, since I won't be working as a nurse. It's better for our family with how much we move and how much my husband is gone, to have me stay home with the kids, and then I can raise them the way that I want to without having to worry about daycare. So my number one why was to stay home with the kids, and with LuLaRoe I was not doing that. Online sales initially were great. I had a really great following. I joined in November, which was right before the holidays, so I had Black Friday, and then I had so my launch Black Friday, and then Christmas, and I had New Year's. So my online sales were really good. I think it was like around 6,000 that I made in sales for my first 4 weeks. So some could say, oh, that's how you pay back your initial investment. It's paid back within the first 4 weeks, which is what LuLaRoe says. However, that's not the case. You have to go and put that back into the business if you even want to be successful. In my case, we had to put our initial investment on a credit card, and I hate debt. Like, it stresses me out. We don't like debt. So the way that my husband agreed to let me do LuLaRoe is to make payments to that back ASAP. So that is what we did, and so I wasn't able to put 100% back into the business, which I think is probably why I wasn't as successful as all the other people making 12,000+ a month. That's just how LuLaRoe runs. So anyways, once online sales slowed down, I had to start doing vendor events, which were all-day events where I had to pack up all my inventory, put it in the car, pack up everything needed to have a successful pop-up party at a public location, including, if they didn't have a table for me, tables, my racks, just everything. That was a lot of work. Thank goodness for my dad being able to help me out when my husband was gone. So anyways, vendor events, I had to do in-home pop-ups, which is the same thing, and I did fundraisers. Those are probably my top three that I ended up having to do a lot of, because online sales were dropping after the holidays. Um, so in doing those events, I can't bring my 14-month-old with me. I mean, he was still nursing, so my mom would bring him, I'd nurse him, and then she'd take him home. So I'd be there like 12 hours. And that's not what I wanted to do. If I wanted to be gone away from my kids 12 hours, I would work as a nurse and make a lot more money as a nurse. So yeah, I wasn't meeting that. Number two, my why about helping out financially, kind of already touched base on that. In order to be successful with LuLaRoe, meaning make more money to help out financially, you have to put more money into it. And it was just not working for us and for our situation, how much we move, and our financial goals and things like that. So when I joined in November, there was, let's see, they were still saying make a full-time income for part-time work. So that is kind of what hooked me. I didn't hear anybody have real talk, any heart-to-hearts, anything like that about LuLaRoe not working out for them. So I hopped on the bandwagon and gave it a shot, and I think that's when it was still so new that people were still, being successful at it. But shortly after, probably around January, they started onboarding like 200 people a day. So many consultants, just everywhere. LuLaRoe everywhere. It just like boomed. And so that's when I think I started seeing a lot more people like fall off, not join, and things like that. That's also when they started doing a whole bunch of new like policy changes. You become your own merchant. They messed with your credit. They actually started cutting off credit purchases. So just a whole bunch of other stuff that I wasn't getting into when I initially joined, and I just, again, it was just too much. So it really seemed like a really good time to call it quits, just in time for this next baby to come. Update on my life since quitting. I can breathe. I get to go all day without getting on social media. In fact, I don't even have Facebook anymore or Instagram. It's the best thing ever. That's how I was before I started LuLaRoe. So I can go all day without checking my phone. I just enjoy life a lot more without the stress of LuLaRoe. So I just wanted to give you guys a really quick update on my top reasons why I stopped selling LuLaRoe. I have quite a few other reasons as well, but we'll just stick with those. So if you have any questions about how I stopped, why I stopped, how I got rid of everything, because I did it in a way so that I was able to make a big profit, and I did it all according to policy and procedure. But if any of you guys are out there thinking that you may want to stop selling LuLaRoe and don't want to sell it all back to them like they recommend, feel free to just comment below, and I'll be happy to share with like my 3-week process of getting rid of everything. It was hell selling for 3 weeks. I think I slept like 4 hours a night, and dealing with customers, and it was just crazy, but it's over and done with, and we came out on top. So if you guys have any questions or interest in knowing anything else about LuLaRoe, don't be afraid to comment below. I'm real. I'm an open book. Thank you.